Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to our HTML training session. Today we will talk about HTML class attributes. Think of the class attribute as a special label we assign to HTML elements. It allows you to apply the same class or functionality to multiple elements. Main use of the class attribute. Styling with CSS. The primary use of the class attribute is to group multiple elements under a single class and apply consistent style to them. This ensures that all styles are uniform and managed. JavaScript interaction. The class attribute is also used for interaction with JavaScript. You can target elements with a specific class and manipulate them as needed. Applicability. The class attribute can be applied to almost any HTML element such as div, span, h1 to h6, ptag, image, ul, and li. Example with div elements. For instance, if three elements are assigned the same class, such as country, we can style them using CSS. Here how it works. Open my code editor, then here given style, and use here dot country. It is class selector. Then background color and text color. The background color can be set to tomato and the text color can be set to white. A solid black border with a thickness of 2 pixel is applied. Margin are 20 pixel, padding are 20 pixel. By applying this style, the background turn tomato color. The text appear in white and the black border separate the elements from other. The padding create space inside the border while the margin create space outside the element. After that, you can see here 3 div elements. All 3 div elements has been assigned the same class called country, which act like label for styling. The class country is applied to all 3 div. In the first div, there is an h2 tag that display England, followed by a paragraph that provide a description. England is a part of the United Kingdom. Similarly, the second div display France using the h2 tag and its description is a paragraph. Finally, the third div display Japan in an h2 tag followed by a description in a paragraph. This way, you can see how each div display in content. Styling uses CSS classes. With the help of CSS classes, we can define style for multiple elements all at once. For example, if I replace the tomato background color with yellow in the CSS, the background color of all div elements with the class country will immediately change to yellow. This is the advantage of using a class attribute. You define the style once and it is applied continuously to all elements with that class. Example without using classes. Let's see an example. Now, I will comment it where we do not use the class attribute. Suppose I remove the CSS class and directly style each div. In such a case, I will need to manually add the style attribute to each div and write the same style repeatedly. Set the background color tomato or any other color. Then the text color white and border 2 pixel solid black and margin 20 pixel, padding 20 pixel. This repetitive process is time consuming and hard to manage. Using our CSS classes make this process efficient as we only need to define the style once and apply it to multiple elements by assigning them the class. We simply assign a class to the elements with a name of our choice. For example, let me remove the inline style from here and from here as well. I will assign a class. I will create a class with any name like Amir, second and third div. This way, I only need to write the style once for the Amir class and it will apply to all elements using the class. Let me call this class Amir in the style sheet. I will remove comments, and as you can see, the same style is applied to all the elements where I have used this class. Example with the span elements. I will show you another example. Let me copy some code and paste it here. In this example, I have used a class selector in the style sheet. The class is called node. This class set the font size 120% and the text color to red. In the HTML body, I have added a span element with the node class. You can see that the font size of text is large 120% and the color to red. This is how we can apply styling to elements using CSS classes. Using multiple classes. HTML elements can also have multiple classes. For example, consider an H2 element with the class country and main applied together. The style form both classes will apply to the element. Let's copy this example and I will paste into my code editor. First of all, as you can see here, style have been applied using internal styling. A class called country is used and its background color has been set along with the text color being set to white. This main style defined in the country class will apply to the element. I will use border. Now look at the H2 element. Use two class, country and main. It has two classes applied. This means the styling from the country class will apply as well as the style defined in the main class. If I want to apply a unique style to a specific element, I can do so by adding an extra class. For example, if I do not want to style from the country class, but I can assign only the main class to that element. This way, the specific element will appear on the element. This is how styling can be used effectively. So friends, this was an explanation of how to use the HTML class attribute. By using it correctly, you can easily manage and style your web pages. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.